Hello everybody, it's Lilia Sarmira, your holistic practitioner, checking in with you again on this Monday night. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about SIBO, which stands for Small Intestinal Bacterial Overgrowth, or as some people call it, irritable bowel. And essentially what's happened here is at some point you have got bacteria that has gone into the small intestine. It can come from you not having the correct pH in your digestive juices. It can get in that way, or it can get in via your large intestine, where the valve that joins the small intestine has become a little bit leaky and bacteria has been able to migrate from the large intestine to the small intestine. Well, once it's in there, it just thinks it's arrived, because you are sending down a smorgasbord of food 3 times a day and it just thinks, wow, this is amazing. So in order to make the maximum of your food coming down 3 times a day, those bacteria will quite often let off gas. And there are 2 types of gases. One is hydrogen and the other one is methane, and neither of those belong in a human being. In fact, the place they should belong is a cow, and the last time I looked we didn't go moo in a conversation. So the gases being let off, which is why you bloat after a meal and you feel so uncomfortable, they do 2 things. One, they sedate the gut, so they mean that the transition of food from the small intestine to the large intestine stays there a bit longer, so they can enjoy your food for longer. And in doing so, the slow transition means that quite a lot of time you will feel constipated, and you kind of wondered why. Well, it's the gases. They sedate the gut. The second thing that happens is the gases, the hydrogen just makes you bloat, but there is another gas, methane. And the methane makes you have very, very uncomfortable pain in your gut. Sometimes some people have it mildly, other people have it excruciatingly, and to the point they just kind of wonder, is there any point in eating, because they've got to go through a whole lot of pain. Essentially, you have a very inflamed small intestine here, and there are certain foods that are really going to trigger an uncomfortable passage as they go through. And there are 2 food groups that can do this. One is gluten, good old gluten. None of you should be eating it. If you can avoid the gluten, you're going to have a lot less bloating. You're going to feel a lot more comfortable. And the second one is lectins. Lectins are a plant's natural defense against insects. And there are a number of, kidney beans are a big one, but things like avocados, lentils, courgettes, those are foods which are very high in lectins, and when they go through, they will irritate probably a very already inflamed small intestine and make you feel jolly uncomfortable. So how are we going to fix this? Well, there are a number of herbs that one can take that will basically help to kill off the bacteria, which is essentially what you want to do. And by avoiding those 2 groups of foods, you'll find it'll be literally, you should notice the difference and feel more comfortable within about 10 days. So if this is something that you are experiencing, then please do get in touch with me, and we can get you tested and see which herbs are going to remove the bacteria and get you to having a lot more comfortable meal times. And if you know somebody who's suffering with this, do pass my email along, or pass this short clip along to them so that we can make them more comfortable. There's a lot more detailed information on my website you can have a look at, which is liliasarmira.com. Let me spell that. That's Lilias, AHM for mother, EIRA.com. So as I say, there's a blog on there. Have a look at that and see if any of those things help you at all. But remember, at the end of the day, there is always a solution. It is my job to try and find that solution for you, and I would be delighted to try and help you with that. So do get in touch with me in the various ways that are there for you via my internet site or via Facebook, and I will look forward to speaking to you all again on Wednesday night, when I'll have something else hopefully grippingly exciting and helpful to those of you who are suffering. Take care, have a lovely evening. Bye bye.